Get back to William and coal, because the coal companies aren't exactly jumping on this news, the stocks. Why do you think that is? William?
You're asking me?
Correct.
Yes, ma'am. Well, you know, that's above my pay grade is what the stock market's doing. And what we know here in West Virginia is we have depended on coal for so long, and that the devastation that's been brought by the last 8 years, including this Paris Climate Agreement, is we're looking forward to some certainty and a positive attitude out of the White House, which we think has made a big difference from January. And since January, our production is up about 19% here in the state. We're employing people. We're looking for more and more mine workers. And we got the best coal miners and the best coal in the world. So we want to use that. And when you have a positive attitude as opposed to a negative attitude, there's room for all sorts of energy out there, of course. But we think since America has more coal than any other country in the world, then we certainly ought to take full advantage of that, increase the research, and let's get on to a no-emissions power plant, and let's take advantage of putting our people back to work.
Pennsylvania's on the phone. They take umbrage. They say they have the best coal, but you know, we really understand how tough it's been for the coal miners. And I think one of the very touching moments since President Trump was inaugurated was when he brought coal miners. He's brought everybody. He's brought fancy CEOs to union workers right into the Oval Office, and he brought coal miners, you know, wearing their hard hats, and it was an important moment, almost one of those, and I hesitate to use this cliche, I feel your pain moment, but the president has really put his money where his mouth is. The question becomes, what happens in the future? We are seeing ice sheets melting and seas rising. In Jakarta, they expect to spend billions of dollars raising their docks that are on their ports because the seas are rising. So, Howard, that brings it to the international picture once again. And again, we are waiting on the president. He is, according to the White House producer, there at the Rose Garden, he's putting last-minute changes and touches on his speech. Go ahead, Howard.
So, first of all, one important point is we can never turn our back on West Virginia and the coal miners, but
never. We mustn't. We must help them.
So, and it's easy to do so, but it's easy to do so in the economy of tomorrow, not hanging on to the economy of yesterday. So we should have tax incentivized the wind producers, the solar producers to base in West Virginia. We should have used our training dollars to retrain there instead of trying to get a energy source that is going to lose to natural gas. That was done not by Barack Obama, but by a man named George Mitchell when he discovered fracking. Technology moved on, but now you've got to realize how that affects your country and adapt to it by making sure natural gas, solar, and wind bring West Virginia along with it. And you could have a very, take a look at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was a coal economy. Pittsburgh is a tech economy.
Okay, stand by. We just got a 1 minute about 30 seconds ago, but as we wait for this walk-up of the president, Bernie Sanders, the former presidential candidate, has just put out this statement. President Trump's decision to withdraw the United States from the Paris Climate Agreement is an international disgrace and an abdication of American leadership. And we also have Royal Dutch Shell responding. They say, let me just see the statement. Where's the statement? It's not attached. Oh, Shell's position on climate change and the importance of the Paris Agreement is well known. We share with the administration, this is from Royal Dutch Shell, our strong support for the U.S. remaining in the agreement. We respect President Trump's decision, but will continue to work closely with his administration on issues related to energy policy. So there you have Royal Dutch Shell, whose stock is flat at the moment, but slightly higher by 4 pennies, saying they believe that the U.S. should stay and remain in the Paris Climate Agreement. There are other companies that are staying in, and they're everyone from the Gap to Google and so on.